Aren't you always ready? It feels weird because I know Melanie's right here, but
hi everyone!
Not there. Hello, YouTube world!
We're live on YouTube now.
We are.
Hope you guys can see us. Can you guys see us?
Hello.
There we go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jen. Happy birthday to you. Alright, that was off. Because every time I go into harmony.
Because I can't do that song. You messed me up.
You can't do that song.
No, I can't do that song.
We're not going to be a barbershop quartet.
No.
Actually, it's funny that you say that because we were at my friend's house on the weekend in Halifax. And we'll talk about it a little bit later, but the entire family sings. So when they sang Happy Birthday to you this weekend, it was like 7-part harmonies going on.
Wow.
And it wasn't like it was rehearsed. It was just like off the cuff.
So hi everyone, if you're watching us on YouTube, hi. If you're watching us on Facebook or Instagram, you guys can come over to YouTube where we have Melanie!
Melonie's with us tonight.
She's our special guest tonight. We actually asked you like last night, didn't we?
No, it was a couple nights ago.
days ago.
Okay, so you guys had a big come
Yes.
over.
It was as we were leaving for Halifax. If I'm
It
not
was,
mistaken.
at the airport.
Because you
Yes.
were asking us, because she apparently brought us some treats. We don't know what they are yet, but she brought us some stuff from her trip. So,
Yes.
we
Yeah.
had that in there a
So
little bit too.
explain who you are, like
Okay.
introduce yourself and say,
Yes.
just talk about
Okay,
yourself.
so my name is Melanie, and I am a former WW coach. I just retired. I'm going to spend more time traveling, and I have taken 4 WW cruises. And just a couple weeks ago, I had the opportunity to go on a trip with WW, the WW Tuscany trip. And it was a week touring through Italy, and it was absolutely amazing. And no, all the food was not pointed. There was no
Honestly,
way, and you guys should know that because you were on the WW cruise in the summer and went to Italy, and
Yes.
you know what the food
Yes,
is like.
Yes.
Italian food is
Yes.
amazing. So
Yes.
Pasta.
Exactly.
And pizza and all those
It's
things.
amazing.
And breads, but
Yes.
it's so funny though. For some reason, I don't know. Over there, it's different.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It's you know what I think that I
It's
think
just fresher.
it's fresher, it's healthier. There's
And
no
their portions aren't
preservatives.
huge
Yeah.
They're not.
either.
And I actually, it's funny you talk about that because I learned about pasta because we did a cooking class. And hey, Keikos. Hi. And they
Thanks,
told
Melissa.
me that pasta has universal measuring sizes depending on the type of pasta. So a typical serving size of spaghetti, let's say, is 100 grams, and rigatoni is this, and another pasta noodle is this, and it's universal across every restaurant you go to. So you
In
know,
Italy?
in Europe, in Italy,
interesting.
mostly
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Italy. So you know that you're not getting these massive serving sizes of pasta.
Yeah, I remember ours were they're pretty set,
But
smaller
they're
size.
filling,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they were so
Well,
flavorful.
delicious.
And you don't
I think
need
it's-
this massive
Nope.
serving, right?
At all,
that can
at all,
serve
at
a
all.
family of 4.
So can we open our box?
Do you want to do that now, or do you want to
What
wait?
do you want to say?
Well, we'll do a topic
Let's
right
do the
after.
topic.
Okay, we'll do a topic.
Let's
We'll
do
do
the
the box
topic,
right after.
because we always do all that
Yes.
stuff after.
Yes, I'm excited. I
I
like
know, but
gifts.
you could hold off a little bit.
I like gifts.
People are waiting for our topic.
Corn.
Corn? Who did you buy us corn?
No corn.
I
No
think it's
corn.
corn. Okay, so today's topic is setting goals and rewarding yourself.
It sure is.
And we decided to bring up this topic because this is something that our people in our Facebook group actually brought up. If you guys don't know, we have a Facebook group. If you guys want to help us pick our live shows, just go to that group and join it on Facebook. Just look for WW Gays or Jean-Luc and Nick. And there's so many people posting there now that everybody shares their own videos. Rosie's there, Kim's there, Melanie's there, so we're all
A few people
there.
are posting videos, which is awesome. We love that everyone's
Yeah.
posting videos there.
So the first thing we want to talk about is SMART goals. So the reason we want to talk about that is because we learned this at work actually, and we find that this is a very important thing to always remember.
SMART.
So the reason we want to talk about this is because when you're creating goals through WW, we feel that this acronym is actually something really good to remember, to use to remember to create your goals.
Yeah.
So the acronym is
SMART, which is specific. So basically, ask yourself the 5 W's. What, who, what, why, where, when, and which.
Yeah.
Right? So making sure that you know
Yeah.
specifically what this goal is all about.
Yeah.
Who is this goal for?
Yeah.
Is it for you? Is it a group of you that is trying to achieve a goal together? Because it might not be an individual goal that you have. You might have a group goal. right?
And the cat playing with cursor.
Oh yes, of course, he is in Mel's purse.
Yeah,
What's
of
new?
course.
Yes.
M is for measurable. So measurable it means it has to have a time frame, something that you can be able to track your progress with, so that you can actually measure against it. A.
A is for achievable. Make your goals that you're picking achievable. I think
Yeah.
that is so important.
Don't make them
It's-
outrageous. Don't make them crazy.
Exactly. Like, why pick something that you know you're not going to be able to achieve? Because
Yeah.
then what's going to happen?
You're
just
never
gonna-
Discourage yourself.
Well,
You're
yeah,
going to discourage
exactly.
yourself, and you're just going to say, no, I can't do this. Look, I
Yeah.
tried to set myself this big goal, and it's not going to work out.
Yeah.
And forget it. I might as well just throw in the towel.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely.
And then the next one is relevant. So ensure that your goal is relevant to what you're trying to do. So if you're trying to, if your goal is, I want to lose X number of amount of weight, make sure it's relevant to your journey. If that's what you want to do, make sure it's relevant. If something is, I want to be able to stop drinking pop, then that's also relevant to your journey. Make sure it's important.
And I also think as far as the relevance and the achievable goals, does not mean you might not have a very big goal, but sometimes you have to take that big goal and
Break it down.
Break it down.
Absolutely.
Break it down. Break those goals down so that way you are making small little steps in achieving something bigger.
Yeah.
Yes, Mel's shirt is awesome, by the way. Like, how appropriate is that?
Is it backwards on the screen, or is it?
So for them it will be.
For them it will.
Facebook and Instagram,
YouTube
will be perfect.
Yeah.
The correct side.
And then time-related goals. So time-related goals, what we say about that is nothing gets done quickly without a deadline. But don't feel bad if you don't make that deadline. That's one thing I want to stress.
Yeah.
If you need to add an additional 5 months to that deadline,
Exactly.
it's an additional 5 months.
Yeah.
Who cares? Just don't give up on that goal.
Yeah.
And again, also don't set such big timelines.
Yes,
Like if
yes.
you break things apart, like if you set yourself a little timeline, like a week, a month, don't set yourself a 6-month goal,
Yeah.
because then what happens is A, you probably lose momentum along the way,
Mm-hmm.
and then, or B, you get to that timeline and you haven't reached your goal, and it's like, I'm a failure.
What's funny is that the next section that we want to talk about is exactly what you're talking about. We were saying
Hey.
why are goals important? So goals are important first of all because we're
I've
human.
got a kitty over
As
here.
humans, we tend to like we have to have goals in order to strive for something. We want to be able. If you don't set a goal for yourself, most of the time you're just going to stagnate. You're not going to want to achieve it, so you're just going to sit around and it's like setting a deadline for work. If you have a deadline for work, you're going to work at it and try to get it done. And it's the same thing with goals on this journey. If you set something, you'll get the work done to try to make it happen.
And I honestly think too that when you're setting these goals, sometimes maybe by calling them a goal, you might want to just call them stepping stones maybe. And
True,
you might
yeah.
you might need to change the language. Because again, language has a huge part on how you react to doing certain things.
Exactly. The word goal means like you have to achieve the end result.
Yeah.
Right.
And sometimes you don't have to achieve
No,
the end
sometimes-
result. Sometimes you just have to move
Strive.
towards it.
Yeah.
Or make a little bit of an improvement. But when you hear the word goal, it means
It's almost like there's an
infinite.
end.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a definite end, right?
Yeah.
It's a goal you want to get to, but
So maybe
sometimes it may not even be that. So change that word goal maybe.
or
right?
sometimes in the middle of achieving your goal, you find out that
Other goals.
halfway through, I've achieved it. I'm
Yeah.
where I want to be now. I don't need
Exactly.
to go any further anymore.
Yes.
So
You
don't
always
be afraid
revisit
of
your
making
goals.
that.
Yeah,
Right.
revisit your goals. Make
Yeah.
sure you
Mhm.
always check them and make sure they're still relevant to what
Right.
you're trying to remember. R is relevant.
Right.
Maybe as you're traversing through your journey, the one goal you had at one point is not relevant anymore for your journey, so change it up. It doesn't mean that you're a failure in that sense, you're just changing, you're adding a new goal. Life is all about goals and things you're trying to achieve, so it doesn't matter if you change your goal, you're still trying to create something.
So Heather is saying she's an ex-teacher, that sounds wrong, a retired teacher, and they SMART goal them all the time. They use SMART goals as teachers, and she can't use that. So I challenge you, Heather, find another word that you can use and make an acronym out of it to achieve your goals. So you don't need to use SMART. You can find another word that is relevant to your journey
Right.
and find that acronym that allows you to use, you're going to use Target. Awesome. Fantastic.
Yeah, Target's a
great word. Great word.
So time related,
Yep.
achievable,
Achievable,
relevant,
goal,
we'll figure it out later.
Yeah.
we'll
I'll think about it.
Yeah, we'll think about it. And then, okay, what type of goals can you have? So what type of goals can you have if you wanted to set a goal on your journey? You can have a weight loss goal.
Yep.
So you can say I want to lose a certain amount of weight based honest, like,
And you know what? Don't always think when you're saying I want to lose a certain amount of weight, maybe you don't want to lose a number, but give yourself like a percentage instead.
Yes.
Because again, if you do weight loss in percentage sometimes,
Right.
it allows you to actually see how much body fat you're losing and you're not stuck on this number, because a number on the scale and the percentage that you lose, you might feel better at what you've achieved.
Right.
so that's one type. The other type you can have is a measurement goal. So say, you know, you're currently, this is one of the goals for us.
Effective.
Effective, great
Effective,
word.
I like that word.
Effective is
Yes.
a great
Oh, Food
word.
Crave Kitchen. She actually was she's one of the Halifax
Oh, cool.
attenders this weekend. Hi! So we'll get to Halifax in a little bit. So measurements is another type of goal you can have. You can say, you know, I was in size 48 pants,
Yep.
and my goal was to fit into something smaller. My original goal was to be back at 38.
Yeah.
I'm now at 32, so I surpassed that goal,
Right.
but that was a goal of mine.
Can I interject about
Of
something
course,
like that?
of course.
And I'm gonna say, I mean, I guess it's not different for women as men, but maybe more for women. Don't let the sizes on your clothes
Measurements.
Make you
Need
feel
a
the way you
measurement.
feel. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
because I have to tell you,
The
I
same
have-
for guys.
I have the same size clothing in different things, but I also have like any range from a size 2 to a size 14 in women's clothing, and the size 2 fits me and the size 14 fits me, and I have to tell you, it's every manufacturer makes
Yeah.
clothes differently, so don't
It's
think,
suggested.
oh, I have to get into a size 8 or I
Yeah.
want to get into a size, you know what, say to yourself, I want to maybe make 2 sizes smaller,
Yeah.
right? Or try and fit into clothing a little bit smaller.
Or even take measurements of your own body instead of measuring the clothes, because
Yeah.
like you're saying,
Absolutely.
the measurement of clothes is all very depend on what country it comes from, where it was
Yes.
where it was
Exactly.
sewn.
Yeah.
So that's
Exactly.
another good way
Canadian.
to make you
Exactly.
feel, oh my goodness, I'm losing weight, because nothing is worse than
Yes.
ordering something on Amazon and you order the extra large and you come in, you're like, this is a small, this is
Don't
not an
fit.
extra large.
So funny
It
story,
fits on my toe.
when we were in Amsterdam, my husband bought some underwear, some boxer shorts, and he bought a large, and he didn't try them on, he bought a box of 3 pairs of
It's not
underwear.
something you normally try, right?
No, exactly, you just
Yeah.
assume you're a large, and it says like large 34 to 36 or whatever that
Yeah.
is, right? And he got home and if he's watching this, he's like,
Hi, Michael.
Hi, Michael.
Send us a picture.
He tried them on, and they don't fit.
Because
They're
it's
too
different
small.
sizes.
And they're too small, but they're European sizes,
Yes, yes,
right? So
and
again,
they're
don't
cut very
go by
differently.
what the
Yeah.
size is. Go
Yeah.
by whether it fits or it doesn't. And that's one big thing that I changed in my whole journey, was don't go into a clothing store thinking you're fitting into a certain size. Just go in, try it on, whatever size it is, as long as it fits.
Yes,
And
and
as
as
long
long as
as
you're
you're comfortable.
comfortable.
And as long as you're comfortable.
You're comfortable,
right,
that's the main
exactly.
part of it.
Yeah.
So not only do you have measurable goals, but you might want to set some health goals as well.
Yeah, measurable.
You're not on a measurement, you measure, yeah.
Health goals.
Health goals too,
So you
right?
can have certain things that you're on certain medications right now, you want to get off. That can be a goal. You can have
That's a
that
huge
your
goal.
blood pressure you're trying to improve, and that's another goal. Your cholesterol. There's so many things about health.
Yeah.
You have sore knees. You're trying to improve your knees. So maybe that's the goal you're saying. No, that's my goal. I want to make sure my knees feel better. So you know what? I will keep losing weight and I'll keep working on this until that feels better. Those are goals. And one thing I want to point out. One of our friends that we met on the cruise, on the jumping cruise, Marcia.
Yes.
She actually realized on the cruise one of her NSVs about her foot. She used to always have pain in her foot when she used to walk. And she forgot about it because you don't always forget things that stop hurting. When things hurt, you constantly remember, oh, this hurts, oh, I have heartburn, my foot hurts. But when it goes away, you realize, oh, it's gone, and eventually you don't remember that pain was there. So remember those things, because those are goals you're trying to, look what he's did, look what he's,
Of course, he's
I
got.
have a new
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah, he's just obsessed.
He loves
upset.
women.
He loves women.
He loves
Yeah,
women.
he loves women.
Absolutely loves women.
Yeah, hi Coco.
He was
He also-
very upset with us earlier.
he also
because
misses us
he
a
missed
lot.
us this weekend.
All right, another kind of goal is activity goals. So in that, I mean, in terms of, we had goals in activity where we wanted to improve how we did certain
Yeah.
activities.
But it also is maybe achieving a goal to actually trying a new activity.
Yes.
So for us, one of our goals was climbing the CN Tower.
Yeah.
We did it. We've done it 3 times now. Some of our next goal is we'd love to go skydiving one day. That's another
Yeah.
goal of ours.
Yeah.
But again, Don't
Bungee
feel
jumping.
because those are our goals, those need to be your
Every
goals,
goal is
because
individual.
those are not relevant to what
you.
your journey is.
Yes.
So always remember, never take on somebody else's goal because they tell you that's the goal you should have.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
No,
It's always
exactly.
goals, just like your why, just like your my WW plan of options.
It's all
about you. It's all about what you want
about
to do.
you.
Hey, hey, It's all about
I
you.
knew you would get that.
Hey. I don't have that
We
song
haven't heard that in a
anymore.
long time.
No, because it's not on Apple Music.
I know.
Sad.
So not only do you have that, but you have educational goals possibly too. You know what?
So
Never.
So for example, I want to learn how to make a recipe.
Yes.
I want to learn how to cook.
Yeah.
Those could be goals you can
So
set
when
for
we say
yourself.
educational, we don't mean going back to school
No.
all the time. You don't need to go back to school to get educated and to
Yes.
educate yourself.
Reading a book.
Reading a book. Learning about the muscles in your body. Learning about how, metabolism works. Just any type of thing, anything that's going to broaden your horizons.
And then maybe one of your goals is I need to read a book a month on health related topics.
Yes.
You know,
Absolutely.
that could be a goal. Goals don't all have to be about what you're trying to do in terms of your size and what you're eating. Remember, this is mind, body, and soul. Our challenge the last 2 weeks, and again this week, we'll talk about that in a bit. But mind, body, and soul. So you have to take care of your mind as well. So reading some of these things that you learn about the healthcare topics, like it'll help you along in your journey to understand. I don't understand why people eat quinoa. If you learn about it, read about it, you'll be like, oh, that's why people eat quinoa, and you'll learn why, and then maybe it'll help you on your own journey.
Yeah.
So those are good goals.
There's
as well.
another really, really good goal, because there's a lot of people out there who don't track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, it
That's a
doesn't.
great goal.
Yes, and it
You
doesn't.
like us?
We track, we just don't track as
Today.
diligently. No,
Right.
we track daily. We
Right.
just track in
Bulks.
breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Dinner.
We don't do individual tracking.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, so
But we
let's
didn't
look
track
at-
today.
No, today we didn't track. And she brought us lemon blueberry loaf. That's
Yes.
like delicious, and we already had
It's
2 pieces,
delicious.
and I guess
Yes.
it's like 2 points on purple.
Purple and blue, it's 2 points, and green, it's 3 points. I can share the recipe. with
Yeah,
you guys.
please do.
Yeah,
Share it on the
it's
page,
amazing.
'cause
Yeah,
it's
it's a
really good.
fantastic recipe. I actually made it in Niagara on the Lake yesterday at my aunt's, and it was absolutely delicious.
Island!
Yeah, it was absolutely delicious.
So another thing too is you could have social goals, and social goals could be maybe stepping outside of your comfort zone and maybe talking in your WW meeting.
Or
Some
maybe-
people don't talk in their
all.
workshops, and maybe sometimes you need to get yourself uncomfortable. We
I
talked
have
about
another
this
one too. I
weekend.
have another goal.
Yeah.
What if we set every one of you this week a goal that you go to your next workshop and you speak to someone you've never spoken to?
Yes.
That could be a
That's
goal.
amazing.
I actually did that at the. I'll talk about
Yeah.
that later, but I did that this
At
weekend
the
at the
event.
event.
You did that.
I did that
that
to someone.
today.
Yeah.
I went to a workshop this morning, and I was sitting in the back, and a woman sat down beside me, and we just struck up this great conversation.
You
It
never
was
know what
so
you're gonna learn.
nice.
People.
It's great. Well, even on our way to Halifax this weekend,
We met a couple.
there was a couple in the airport, and I automatically went, I think they're a couple. And I never said anything to Nick, but Nick saw them too, and he said the
I
same
thought
thing.
that the same way.
We did not even imagine that we'd be sitting beside them on the plane, and we sat beside them on the plane. They actually were
Jean-Luc
split
talked to
apart.
them for 2 hours.
They were split apart, and Gary, it was Gary and, oh my goodness, I just had both of their names.
I don't remember. I didn't speak to them as well. I was on the other side of the
Why can't I
aisle,
think of
so
the other person?
didn't
I just
hear
had
anything.
it, I'll remember in 2 seconds. So it was Gary and, anyways, they were sitting there and they asked Nick, they're like, do you want to sit in the middle? Because if you want to sit in the aisle, I'll sit in the middle because this guy needs to be taken care of. It was so cute.
Oh.
So I sat beside them and Nick sat on the aisle, and they'd been together they just got married on November 1st. They've been together for 9 years. They were from Salt
Yeah, we
Lake
just
City,
talked to them about
Utah.
their stories.
That's
They
So
were 30 years apart.
yeah.
And they were such a beautiful couple.
Yeah.
They met
Oh,
online.
that's
Like it was
so
such a cool.
nice.
It was such a
Oh,
cool
it's so
experience
nice
to talk to
hear
them.
that.
Yeah, it was really
That's
cool.
So awesome.
So I have a question for you guys. Do all goals work?
Nope.
No.
No.
It doesn't. And should people be discouraged if
No.
goals work?
No, and that's what I talked about before. Like if you set yourself a goal that's not attainable or reachable or achievable or whatever,
Revisit it.
revisit it.
Get rid
or
of it.
maybe it's not the right goal for
Yeah.
you.
Well, we have a story about that. So when we first did the program many years ago, one of the things that we got rid of is time frames. We used to always try to say, oh, I will lose 10 and a lot of people do this, and I'm not shunning people for doing this.
If
But
it works for you, it works for
Let's
you.
explain why for us it was a detriment. So we would say, I'm going to lose 10 pounds by December 25th.
Yeah.
And so we try our hardest, and we get to December 25th, we lose 9.6. And then we'd be down on ourselves for not losing that 0.4. That's not constructive. we were depressed about not making a goal by point 4, which is not productive. So we changed this time. This entire time, we were always just decades. It doesn't matter how long it takes. As long as I reach that new decade, eventually, I'll get there eventually. So for some of you, it might work out there. But if you are one person who does these time goals and you get down on yourself if you don't reach them, maybe you need to revisit those goals.
Linda Salva here says, small talk is not easy for me. I know it's not easy.
Believe me.
It's not easy for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So when we're talking about small talk,
Yeah.
it's as easy as saying hi sometimes, or just smiling. I know that sounds funny, but just looking at someone in the eyes and smiling can really open up a conversation. It's also noticing your body language, because if you walk into your workshop, you leave your coat on, and you sit like this the entire time, you're not open to conversul. Let your arms down.
Yeah.
Let your arms down.
That's
Look
true.
forward.
Yeah.
Look forward. Look people in the eye.
We'll explain that
We
later.
did laughter yoga this
We'll explain
weekend.
that
It was so
later.
much fun.
Yeah.
But you know what, talking about that, like going up to someone, even as simple as, like, if someone is sitting there, and I know, you know, at workshops, a lot of people don't like to eat until after their weigh-in. So a lot of people will bring their breakfast, or bring their lunch, or bring their little snacks with them until after they weigh in. Even just going up to someone and
What are
saying,
you eating?
hey, what are you eating?
Exactly.
Or even if they walk in with a coffee or something, a Starbucks. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, you like Starbucks too? Or, oh, what kind of coffee do you get at Starbucks? Like,
I
just
have-
that little conversation.
I have a lot of issue with that still. Like, I'm not.
Well-
if he's not there,
I'm gonna say something. We had a conversation last night. Nick has been noticed. There's a gentleman that goes to the gym, and Nick has been wanting to talk to this gentleman for a
I've
while.
been seeing him for like a year.
Years. And he's always
A
on the
year,
machine.
not years.
A year.
Yeah.
He's always on the machines.
Right.
And Nick is like, I wish I had the courage to go up to him and talk to him
About what we did.
about how we succeeded, because
Right.
he's seeing not much change from him.
Right.
And I'm like, it's an awkward conversation to have with someone, especially someone that you don't know. And I told Nick, I said, I don't know if I would start up a conversation by saying, oh, by the way, I lost weight, blah, 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 you could do it too. That's probably
Because
not
then
the
if
best way
someone
to
did
do
that
it.
to me, I'd be like,
It's
shut
insulting.
up. Like,
Right.
don't talk to me. Like,
But
I know that.
There's nothing wrong with making eye contact and smiling, and hopefully, eventually,
Yeah.
evolving it into
Exactly.
an actual, bringing it into the conversation without making it sound like you're like, oh wow, you
But
really
I
need
told
help.
you, hon, I have no issues talking to women. I can talk to any ladies out there. I can go up to you and like just talk it up. I'm scared to talk to straight men. I'm sorry, I am. I just feel like I was teased and ridiculed so
Yeah,
much
it's
by
not like
straight.
that anymore. I think you need to get uncomfortable with the
But I also
comfortable,
think
feel
you
you should
comfortable.
also go in with the mindset that you're not going in there right off the bat to say, hey, look what we did.
Exactly.
Like,
It's a smile.
It's an evolving,
creating a friendship.
an evolving relationship.
Exactly.
I have smiled in the past, so I have
Yep.
done that.
And
but
sometimes you have to do it more than once.
I don't like.
Guess what?
I don't
Because
like smiling.
Why can't you do exactly what we just said? Go up.
He's
what-
not practicing
and-
what he preaches.
I know. You should be saying like, "Hey, what are you doing on that machine?" And
Yeah.
I used to.
Oh,
do
I
that.
do the stairs. Even saying, "Oh my God, have you tried the stairs?"
beside me? That's the thing. You believe me? In my head, I've tried scenarios where I could do this, but it
you're-
just never worked out.
Maybe you need to get beside him instead of
I'm not getting off my stairs. I need my workouts.
Sometimes sacrifice is good.
Okay, let's move on. Okay. So if your goals might not.
His own advice.
So this
Just
goals.
letting you know, people.
So it's corn.
Corn?
So goals might not work. Don't get down on yourself if you don't achieve them. You may need to adapt your goals and change them. You may need to do new goals. You may need to shrink your goal. If your first goal is 40 pounds, shrink it to 10.
And I'll say this, if you're not really ready to make goals on your own, find somebody else and make goals together. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Do partner goals, do
Yeah.
group goals.
Do challenges
Do
with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, when we say challenges, I don't want it to become a competition.
No,
because as soon
no,
as you
do
get
something
competing,
together.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
As a teamwork.
As a team.
as team.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because as soon as you get competition again, then it's like,
No.
oh well, I'm better than you, and then
Yeah.
again,
Negativity
you get,
comes in.
you
Yeah.
get
We're all about removing negativity out of anything. So any outcome of everything we do could possibly have a negative connotation, and we just don't do it. Because we know that, say we're competing weight-wise, and I lose more, and then he feels bad about it, then it's not productive for him, and vice versa. If I know that I'm at the gym and I'm running and I'm trying to beat him all the time, and he's trying to beat me, it's not productive.
No.
We're not being supportive of each other.
That's great. Linda just said that she does goal of the week. She gives herself one little goal per week to actually achieve. I love that.
Yeah,
And
that's amazing.
Kelly, this is our friend
Melanie.
Mel Bells on Instagram, if I'm not mistaken.
Bells.
Bells,
Melanie Bells.
Melanie
Yes.
Bells.
Melanie Bells.
At
And on
That's right.
Connect,
Bells.
what are you on Connect?
I think I'm Melanie Bells.
Melanie
Yeah.
Bells on Connect as well.
Another thing that I want to shout out to is actually Lori Ann. Lori Ann made a comment on our picture of us eating our Starbucks, saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, but I can't always make comments." And this, I'm gonna read it because it was great. She goes,
She might be watching right now.
"I can't seem to comment when watching your shows, but wanted to share. I have learned that planning rewards around my weight loss usually ends in disappointment. Now, I reward positive behaviors instead. I give myself little colored stickers every time I do deliberate exercise, every time I drink my 75 ounces of water, and every day that I eat only what I pre-tracked. When I get 5 of each reward, when I get 5 of each stickers, I then reward myself with something I love." How amazing! What a great strategy that is.
And that's the thing.
Wow.
That's what I want to point out with this strategy. This is what works for her. You need to find what works for you.
Absolutely.
If you know that doing this kind of system works, you do it. Like, we suggest these things because this is what worked for us. But you need to look into yourself and know. And that's the thing with the MindW program right now. A lot of people are saying, "I don't know which program to choose." You need to understand who you are as a person. You need to look into yourself and figure out, what type of person am I? And it's about the entire journey is about that.
Yeah.
Don't forget, they're all the same programs.
Can I just say something about that? I had this amazing realization this weekend. You know Skinny Taste?
Yeah. Yes.
Gina Homolka. So every week she sends out a meal planner, Monday to Friday, of what is in her meal planner. And now what she does is with every recipe, everything in her meal planner, she does purple, green, and blue, and the points. And at the end of each day, she totals up the points. And every day, every color is within its points. So which shows you
It's the
that
same
it
thing.
doesn't
Love
matter.
that.
And this was my analogy. It's the same gift, it's just got different wrapping paper.
Yeah, I love that analogy.
Right, it's
program.
the same program. It's just you have to figure out what works for you. Do you want a little bit of points?
Do you want a lot of
0
points? Yeah.
Or do you want a lot of 0 points?
Yeah.
It all is
Yeah,
the same
it's all the
program. You just
exact
gotta
same thing.
find what works
It's
for you.
just your way.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
just your way.
Absolutely.
So next thing we're going to talk about is rewarding yourself. We're a little behind, so that's okay. We have lots of time. We'll be a little later tonight. We have lots to talk about today. Lots happened. So rewarding yourself. So why are rewards important? And the thing I bring up all the time is wellness wins. The reason I bring that up is, as humans, we like to be rewarded. Don't you always love when you get a little treat, or when you go somewhere and there's a free gift?
Yeah.
And we are innate, we love it. So that's why WW came up with the wellness ones, because they knew that if people wanted to get prizes, they want to track more and go to their workshops and do that.
That's just us in general. Like when
That's what I'm saying.
when
As
you
a
get a
human.
when you get a reward point
Absolutely.
system of any kind, when you have air miles or aeroplane,
Yes,
anything.
Starbucks.
Yeah, all of them.
Right?
I want your
You get the
stars.
stars,
Yeah.
and like you go in there and it's like, wow, I can order whatever I want on the
And it's
menu.
not costing
gonna
me
cost me
anything.
anything.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, so we love rewards. So what can you guys rewards when you're on this journey? Of course, there's food
Food.
rewards, which
But-
we have done,
Oh, of course.
but not on every occasion. We had lofty food goals to get to before we had food rewards.
Yeah.
So for example, we could not have Chinese food till we had been below 200 pounds. We actually did not eat Chinese food from 289 to 200 pounds.
We do have the new WW cookbook actually, Carrie. The new cookbook is in our locations as we
Yes,
speak.
yes,
for,
we saw it
My
actually this
WW. We
weekend.
saw it this weekend.
The My WW.
The My WW.
Yes,
Yeah.
I actually I just ordered that. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So you can also have activity rewards. So doing different types of activities or experiences. So if I do this well, I can go out to a retreat.
Yeah.
I can go to the beach.
I'm gonna go skiing if that's what you like to do, or I'm gonna go
A
do
manicure.
yeah, manicure,
massage,
a haircut.
I had
A haircut?
pampering, yeah.
Pampering.
Yeah.
What could
New
be
wardrobe.
better than buying yourself, a new purse, a new lip gloss,
An experience.
An
Go to a
experience,
show.
yes.
Bring yourself to a Broadway
Jewelry.
show. Go to a concert.
Jewelry. I know
You
somebody
know?
said that like the blame that we get from WM with the rewards, like the pound rewards, but also if you have
I'm
something.
gonna even say this: reward yourself by volunteering some time to an organization, because
Absolutely.
nothing can be more rewarding than helping other people.
Absolutely, that's the best reward.
And something else I want to point out, and I wrote my stuff note earlier because I pointed this out. Like, even if you're lifetime and you've already reached lifetime,
Yes.
you can still reward yourself.
You
Why
have
can't
to.
you say after a month I've been lifetime again? I get a reward.
You
Or-
have to reward yourself at
Absolutely.
lifetime, because guess what?
It's harder.
It's not over.
yeah.
Yeah.
The journey is forever,
Yeah.
people. This journey never stops. So if you stop rewarding yourself, that's when you're going to start seeing you're going to be struggling a little bit.
Absolutely.
Always remember that you have to be proud of what you've achieved and what you've kept off,
Yeah.
and what you've kept shed.
Yeah. You should change.
You've shed off, exactly. And then maybe even rewarding yourself with you time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A moment
Pamper yourself.
in like pampering, but like a shower, a nice hot shower. Or go to a spa.
Bubble
Go to a spa. Elmwood Spa in Toronto is beautiful.
Amazing.
I don't mean to like.
Yeah, I know.
I can't wait to go back.
I know we haven't been in a while.
We should go soon.
Mhm.
Maybe a Christmas gift for us.
Oh, well, cause yeah.
It's 2 years that we've actually reached. Like we're still
Yeah.
doing well. So
Okay.
we should reward
We're
ourselves.
gonna reward ourselves with a spa day.
Okay, so that is basically our topic for today. We went kind of through it pretty quickly.
Well, one
but-
thing I want to say is before we do that is always remember that this is how simple it is. Remove the tea.
Yes.
Remove the tea.
No tea, no shade.
Yeah, no tea. All tea, all shade.
Yeah.
But it just cut out that tea because anybody can do it.
Don't.
You can.
Yeah, you can't. You just remove. You can.
You can.
But believe me, we were people who didn't believe we could, and we met someone this weekend who didn't think she could either. We'll talk about it in a bit. Okay, so weekly recap. So Monday we released a recipe for the strawberry and mango compote from the WW cruise, but we changed
We
it a
did
bit.
right here.
We did.
Compote.
Yeah, and someone actually
Yes.
said they commented on it. And they said that they actually loved it, but they tried it and they loved it better than our
Really?
we did it. Instead of the honey,
Yes.
we used sugar-free syrup
We
instead.
use it
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's your recipe.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
make it any way you want to make it, right?
So, yeah, you can change it. And we also thought maybe doing it with peaches.
Yeah,
Yes.
doing a peach and
I
strawberry
made it
one.
with apples and added
Oh.
cinnamon.
Oh, so it was like a
God.
cinnamon. It was almost like having apple pie.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So-
Put that in with your yogurt.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing.
And then on Tuesday, I hurt my foot. So I want to explain to everyone that's like everybody was worried about.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, everybody's worried about my foot. I didn't.
Everybody thought it was mine.
Yes.
Not my foot. Only
My
Keiko's
foot.
was on my leg, but he had the wrap around
It's
his
not wrapped
foot.
anymore. My foot still hurts, and I know it's from overworking because a lot of people say, "Are you sure?" It's like I know for a fact because I went to bed that night and I was fine, and the next morning I woke up and it was just sore from overuse. I just overdid it on my. What are you doing?
No, keep going.
I overdid it on my foot, so my foot's gotten better. Actually, on Saturday during the actual event, I had my foot didn't hurt at all. But then I
Wow.
was up all day. So then, yeah, today it hurts a little bit more again. But I know it's because now this week I'm not going to the gym again. I'm taking a break. I'm not going to overdo it. Don't want to hurt it even more. We also, Jean-Luc still went to the gym.
I did. I was able to make it to the gym. I was very proud of myself because I didn't think I was actually going to do it. And the fact that I actually do it, the fact that I actually did it really impressed me. I went 3 days out of the 5. On Friday it was a little difficult to go, but the fact that I made it, I'm proud of myself. I think you cannot let somebody else's journey interrupt your journey is what I told myself. I said, I know we do this together, but guess what? I still need to make my goals and I still need to make my best effort to be where I need to be.
And
that was
I
at the
might
gym.
go back to the gym because I know one of the things that doesn't hurt the entire time is not hurt is stair climbing. So when I was doing stair, it's walking hurts right now. It's the only thing that hurts today doesn't hurt that much. It's just like I know the pain that I had a few days ago. Like I do feel it slightly again.
Yeah.
So I know I'm okay. I just need to just not work out as much right now. Which
This is one thing I want to show because someone said this earlier. I don't remember who it was, but they said it on the chat, and I loved it. It was, it's this here, and it's supposed to.
Hi, Cocos.
Hi, Coco.
he misses us so much,
He
everyone.
does.
Yeah.
He's been he gave us attitude. He barely, look at this. Impossible to I'm possible. So change
Wow.
the impossible to I'm possible. And
That's
I love that.
That's great.
So whoever posted that online, thank you for sharing that. That really just hit me there. So
Wednesday, I had a very bad day. So what happens when we hurt yourself? You revert back to years ago when I broke my foot, and I was like, "Oh, it's done. I'm gonna gain all my weight back," and I just really had a terrible day Wednesday.
it was very bad.
Yes.
And I'm going to say this. It was so bad that I finally had to tell him, yo, hun, we were just having a conversation. We weren't trying to say anything. And then he apologized. He apologized because he snapped at me and his sister. His sister even more so.
Yeah.
But he was having a bad day, even to the point where we're all down.
I lost 3 days worth of work.
Yeah, 3 days.
Wow.
Yeah. And we're down to one car on top of that, and he had to take the bus home that day. And it wasn't
It
even
was
that he had to
raining.
take the bus.
And
It
I
was
lost
that
my
he lost
keys.
his keys, and I'm in the middle going, I can't come pick you up yet. I'm busy.
It was a bad day. I cried about like 10 times that day. It was a horrible day.
Mhm.
But I woke up Thursday, went back to work. I actually was able to recoup all I was able to
Okay.
redo the work. So it sucked. It sucked.
Yeah.
And I didn't lose all my work. I just lose one thing that I was working on that I lost 3 days worth of work, and I was able to catch up, but it made me so angry. On Friday, we had a body step video come out. with Andrea and Sabrina.
Sabrina.
So we love Body Step. It's one of our favorite classes. It's so intense, and especially Sabrina. She's a great teacher.
She's a great teacher.
Where do you guys?
This one was in Brampton. Good Life in Brampton.
So this was actually filmed this summer.
Yeah, it was.
We've had this on the back burner. We have a lot of videos that are a little behind because we filmed a lot and then we just took the break because we were moving. So we have a lot behind. So we Andrea on here says, "I'm going camping this weekend." It's like she went camping like in August. She's not going in December. So
that's funny.
So we did that, and then we flew to
Halifax. Yes, we did. We flew to Halifax, and which was so much fun. Look at that's us waiting for our flight to Halifax.
Yeah.
And when we were there, we actually flew to Halifax for a WW event, and it was at the Inn on the Lake in Halifax.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's Falls. I can't remember the exact name of the.
Yeah.
So pretty.
Yeah,
Somewhere here.
it was a lot of fun. We were able to so we arrived late on Friday. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for the card so I can say where it actually was. It's Inn on the Lake, and it is in Nova Scotia. Falls River. It's in Falls River, Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia.
Fall River.
So we were there. We arrived there on Friday night. We actually went to see our friends first, our friend Pam, and we then went to here. And then on Saturday morning, we woke up pretty early, 7 a.m.
It was 7 a.m. Yep, we had breakfast with
Tracy
Marsh, who was the one who organized and put this all together. And
Amazing.
Can't thank Tracy enough for actually asking us to be a part of this, because not only did we get to participate, but we were actually the MCs for the event.
Yeah, we actually
we led the entire event all day, which I was
our
like
first time ever doing this. Too.
Yes, together.
Because
I've done other things before, but never as a duo.
So we had to do like comedy stuff.
It was kind of funny because it felt like, oh, thank you so much, Catherine. She said you did a great job. Thank you. We had a great time. It was actually a very long Jean-Luc and Nick episode.
Live show.
It was a very long live show, but it was so much fun. It was so much fun.
First we got to there was about 50 members there. When we've all arrived, we just had a session where we actually introduced everyone. We actually did we talked about
That's Tracy and that's Diane, and she is the territorial manager in the East Coast.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and absolutely sweetheart, absolute sweetheart.
So we first started by sharing our story with everyone, the same story we shared on tour. So we'll talk about our tour shortly. And we then met so many awesome people. So if you guys are watching, some of you will see yourselves on these pictures. This is the pictures we took. We got to do some laughter yoga. So that's what we're doing.
Oh my goodness.
You ready?
Okay, wait.
Everybody do this with us, okay? Look into the camera. Everybody just follow us, okay? Okay? We'll do the blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. So the sigh first and then the blah, blah, blah.
Okay, so everybody raise your arms up.
You're going to raise your hands up in the air. And you're going to just release a sigh.
And then do it again. Okay, now this time you're going to stick your tongue out very fast.
And go blah, 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 instead of the sigh, okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay, you're going to do it again.
Let's just say 30 people in a room, like 50 people in a room doing
can't
that.
help but laugh.
But the funny
Smile.
thing is you have to sit
in a circle
and you have to give eye contact. So originally,
when you're like you're looking at someone else doing it.
You feel silly and you're like, I'm really not laughing, but eventually that laugh becomes so real because you do end up laughing at what's going on. It was very, very, we sound like turkeys. No, this sounds like a turkey.
Yeah.
You should do that on the American Thanksgiving for all the Americans.
The Americans, exactly. Oh, that's right. It's on Wednesday this year?
Thursday.
I was going to say it's Thursday this year, right?
Yeah.
It's always a Thursday.
Always a Thursday.
Yeah, because they get Black Friday.
That's right.
Another thing we got to do too is
that was from Helen Fong.
Oh yes, from Helen Fong.
She was the one who ran that.
She was fantastic.
She
was really fantastic. She even asked us. She's like, "You guys would be really good laughter yoga coaches." And we were like,
she told us after class, she's like, "You guys are really good at doing it. You were really getting people to join." I was like, "That's what we do. We always put 100% when we do these activities." They're like, "Why not? Why am I gonna sit there and just be like, oh yeah, huh?" I'll put my 100% so that I can get something out of it myself. And it was weird how you felt at the end too.
You did. Even a gentleman from the area was like, "I feel
different,
strange." He said first, and then he's like, "No, that's not a good word." And he tried, and then I ended up giving him the word, and I can't remember what word it was. But you just have this. There's a vibe, and I think it's because you start feeling good.
Yeah.
You actually start feeling positive because you're laughing so much.
Yeah. And then we also had meditation with Michelle Monroe. She's actually a member, so she ran a meditation class.
Yes.
We
Very
missed
cool.
part of it because we were still trying to get stuff done. We only caught the tail
And,
end
but
of
it was still very good. It
Yeah.
was really good about
One of the things she asked us to do was to sit there for 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Without listening, without,
and just looking forward and
Yeah.
with your arms down.
and the only
That's
time,
hard
you time,
to
I'm
do.
like, okay, this is happening next, and then I can hear the fire truck outside, and there's the vent going on over here. And so it was kind of cool to.
Thank you for getting rid of that person, Cynthia.
Thank you.
We love you.
I'll actually boot that person now. So keep going, honey. What happened next?
So after that, we actually had another member from Halifax, if I'm not mistaken. Was she from Halifax? I don't remember where Melanie Bennett was from. Melanie was actually a member who shared her story with us. And
Wow.
her story was, I bawled, I cried. I sat there and I'm talking about art, we're talking
She's
about
right
our
there.
story. Yes, she's right there. She lost over 100 pounds. She's lost 100 pounds, she's lifetime now. And let's just say she had MS. They told her she would never run. She now ran 24 kilometers. She's actually running a thing on this coming Sunday, and we call it a thing
Because she doesn't want to say it.
she doesn't want to say it because the last time she tried to run it, something happened. We're not going to go into her details yet.
Right.
because
It's her story.
It's her story,
Yeah.
and we're
trying to get her.
trying to get
do a
her
show with
to do a show with her.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
we're gonna do a
We'd love
virtual.
to
We'd
call
love, we'll do a
with her.
virtual
Yeah,
call with her
that'd
because
be
her story's
fantastic.
amazing, and
We love hearing other people's stories.
and she touched our hearts. Really
Yeah,
did touch
he
our
bawled,
hearts. I
he cried.
cried. I
Yeah.
could not stop.
Wow.
Yeah, it pulled at some heartstrings because I sit there and I think of what I was going through and you.
In comparison?
Yeah, in comparison, there was nothing in comparison. Nothing in comparison.
We
so.
also got to do. I don't know what it is. 7 things. 7 questions.
Yeah, it's. I wish I had the
I know. I don't have the thing in front of me. It was run by Harriet Schumacher.
And she's like a coach that she goes to
Corporate events.
and she actually
Wow.
deals with CEOs on how to
And
speak
leaders.
and how to speak
Amazing.
to people who are in their companies and things like
Is
that.
it
and how to work with it.
conversations? 7
Yeah,
conversations.
7 conversations.
7 things about conversations.
Oh,
It was
One of the
really
questions,
cool.
one of the questions I do remember is she's like, "What does the word fierce mean to you?" Having said it's fierce conversation, the seven fierce conversations or
Yeah, something like that.
And the thing is fierce is a very big. It's fierce behaviors. Thank you.
There
Love
we
and
go.
life.
Thank you
There
so
you
much.
go.
We just finished putting this together. Ask
It was
Melanie. She just got here. We're still typing it up. Like we've been on the go all day, everyone.
So it was a lot of.
Yeah.
It was a very
What do you think?
interesting conversation because what she spoke about these 7 fierce. These 7 fierce behaviors is that a lot of times it's about you. And it's having these conversations sometimes with people, having the uncomfortable conversation with someone that you know you have to have, but you keep putting it off. And the more you put it off, the harder the conversation gets.
Oh, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
sometimes, you know who you're putting it off with? Is yourself.
Yeah.
You're not having those conversations with you.
Yeah.
So it really was a quite interesting workshop to attend. And then not only did we do that, but we got some line dancing.
Yeah. Hydra
Oh
and
my
Lynn,
gosh.
she taught us, and we did Saturday Night Fever.
Are we gonna turn the camera?
Yeah, let's turn the camera. So
We
people on
can't play the music because
Yeah.
we want to be able to do it.
I can play the music on my phone. don't
No.
No, because then
Oh.
YouTube will
get all mad
yeah,
at us.
YouTube
Oh.
gets mad at
Okay,
us.
so we learned how to do Saturday Night Fever.
You're gonna hear us
Live
count.
dances.
Let's go forward, back.
Maybe get to your feet then.
But we gotta back up.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Go.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh,
1,
listen
2,
up.
3, 4. So we learned how to do that.
It's so much easier with the music.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm there.
But it was a lot of fun, and it's quite funny because we never really thought we were
Dancers?
we were
Line
dancers or line dancers. But she was right. Line dancing is not country line dancing anymore.
Yeah.
There's so many other versions of it.
Oh,
You can
there
do
is.
you can do it to salsa, merengue, to modern music, top 40.
I have to tell you, dancing is my favorite form of activity
Yeah.
because you don't feel like you're working out. You don't feel like
Yes.
you're doing anything. You're just having fun, and it's so amazing.
And you can dance everywhere. Is that not correct?
Yes,
That's right.
dance
Who
anywhere.
dances everywhere that we know, who posts on our channel all the time? She's also a mediator now. Her name is Rosie.
Oh,
She dances in the
like,
grocery store.
I was
She
like,
was
where are
telling
you
us while she
going?
was here last weekend. She's like, I'm in the grocery store and I was
Where are you going
I was
with this?
dancing around and a guy she went to high school
gosh.
walked down the
Oh,
aisle,
no.
and she's like, "Hi, how are you? How are you?" So you know what? Who cares?
You should do a flash mob, like
Oh, that would be
middle
so
of,
much fun.
Fortinos or
That would be
something.
so much
That
fun.
would
A
be
WWE
so
flash
much
mob.
fun.
Yeah,
Great.
that'd be awesome.
Dance like nobody is watching. You can say that
Exactly.
again.
And then the other day we did a workshop with Debbie, and one of the exercises we did at that workshop,
We're
actually
gonna do this
it.
live.
Yeah,
we're
we're
gonna
gonna
do
do
this
live.
exercise live, and it's about my WW, and it's about the
Each program.
not each program, but
Each flavor
each each
Color.
color of
of the program.
How did they say it again? I want to ask them again because they did say it's the same program but three different ways, right? So, but there was another way of saying it where you could call they're different.
Debbie's watching.
Debbie! We're stealing your idea,
Yeah,
and we're going.
we're gonna try to do it live.
Oh, that
somehow.
is Debbie. Living
Yeah.
life is Debbie. I didn't
Yeah.
realize that.
Yeah, she says
We
she's right
love
there.
you, Debbie. That
Yeah.
was you are an amazing. You led a really good workshop on,
Yeah, and
last night.
Yeah, and we love the fact that W is embracing the fact that this is not a competition. It's just three ways. It's for you to figure out how it works best for you. There's no one program, one way that's better than the other. It's what works best for you.
Right.
So keep going.
I'm gonna show a few pictures here of the weekend. That's all of us. We went around to almost every single table. We
Trying
did
to
every
get
table to
selfies.
get selfies with everybody. This
Heather.
is Heather. We found a
And her
little
husband
cute.
was Al.
Yeah, her husband Al. We found a cute little story with Heather, and this really touched our heart. Is she went in to get some product at WW, and they had a flyer with the
Us.
event, and she saw us on the flyer, and she ran to her car to get her credit card because she's like, "Oh my God, I'm going now. I don't care. I'm going to meet Jean-Luc and Nick." And it was adorable. She was a sweetheart. Her and her husband were so nice.
I do. That's the line dancing.
Oh my God, I'm jumping.
Yeah, you're
I didn't
jumping.
realize I was jumping.
Wow.
Look at
You're
that.
airborne.
No, I'm on my toes. I lied. It looks like I'm airborne, but I'm not. Or maybe I am
No,
on
you
my.
are.
I think you are.
And then
That's Helen.
members.
That's the
Yeah,
laughter coach.
that's the laughter coach. That's Helen. And then that
That's
was
Al.
Heather's
Husband.
Heather's husband.
We met a lot of people.
Yes,
a lot
we
of
met
wonderful
so
people. So
many.
if you guys
This
see
gentleman
yourself,
over here had lost 100 pounds as well himself.
Wow.
Yeah, so really, really great.
yeah.
And then
that's
this was what's her name again? Michelle.
Yeah, Michelle.
It's Michelle meditation. She's the one
Yes.
that did meditation.
and that's
And I can't remember her name, but she was so excited because she
Oh,
did
yes.
line dancing. Sandra.
Sandra.
She did line dancing. And when we came back after the line dancing, she said, "I'm going to try new things. I never thought I could do things before, and now I think I can do them. But don't eat sweet potatoes," because she doesn't like those.
Oh,
She made a
okay.
sweet potato casserole and
It
she
didn't
didn't
work
like
out.
it. It was so cute.
Aw,
And she-
that's
yeah, it was
sweet.
amazing.
So overall, we also want to give some thanks to Debbie, Vanita, Tracy, Diane, Michelle, and Darlene, all the coaches,
All the work you guys did.
the leader, Tracy, all the work you guys did incorporating us, making us feel like safe because
Well,
we were nervous about it at first, so like
You-
going in and having their support.
You got, honestly, Tracy putting all this together and Tracy being from Ontario on top of that. I know her, Diane, and her
And
work.
communicating with us with notes because she sent us notes. We had a whole agenda to follow. We were actually shocked how well we actually did by the end of the day. We were shocked.
Yeah,
And
we were-
hopefully everybody out there who were there enjoyed it.
They've said it several times
Yay!
already on the
I haven't
post,
been
so.
looking as much. I've been trying to look at this.
And yes, we had our Starbucks today.
Yes.
And it was funny, we almost,
Hand party.
no, well,
That was
oh,
before
that was
Starbucks.
before Starbucks. I had the parties mixed up. Look at, this is Pam.
Our friend
That's our friend
Pam.
Pam.
So it's
She
her birthday
actually-
tomorrow.
It's her birthday tomorrow, so happy 40th plus one birthday. Because she wanted to relive her 40th again, so it's her 40th plus one. And it was just pure luck that she moved to Halifax last year, and we haven't had a chance
she
to go
lived
visit,
10 minutes
and
away
it was 10 minutes away.
from the end.
So it was
How
really
great
cool that
is
we
that?
actually got to go have celebrate her birthday with
So
her.
nice.
And got to see
we got
the
to see
kids
her
and
mom,
the
mother-in-law,
family.
who actually knew us when we were bigger.
Yes.
So
They-
it's-
well, they didn't recognize
Yeah,
us.
they didn't
Neither of them
recognize us.
recognized us. Like Jacob's dad, which is Pam's fiance, was like,
nice to meet you.
"Nice to meet you." We're like, "We've met." No, we haven't. Yes, we have.
Here's what we used to look
Wow.
like.
He's like, "Oh wow, yeah." And it was only once or twice that we met him, but it was still fun. We had a great time. And this is the group of us. This is Pam and Jacob, Nick and I, and then this is Jacob's brother and Chrissy, who is a sweetheart as
Yeah.
well. And I mean, we also had
We had cake.
Jacob's. Oh, I had chocolate cake.
We had
I had cheesecake.
enchiladas.
We had enchiladas.
That's okay. because you
Oh,
guys
I was
had to
okay
get
with that.
back on
You know
track.
why?
And we were also
Because
up
we
all
didn't even
day.
talk about this yet, because we
Yes.
skipped it. I lost 3 pounds last
Me
week.
too.
Yeah.
I think go to the gym and I lost 3 pounds. 3.6 pounds. It's not on
Amazing.
there.
Oh,
I
what?
forgot to write it in.
Amazing.
I was on
It was on
mine.
your other one, but it wasn't copied over.
Yeah, I lost
Wow.
3 point something pounds, so I'm like,
Amazing.
yeah, it was just fantastic. I was not
we keep
expecting
saying,
that.
we keep thinking maybe it's because you're lighter in Halifax.
Yeah, we thought maybe it was that you're just lighter on the East Coast.
You know, for some reason gravity
That's
doesn't work
so
as well
funny.
there. Is because someone fill us in? Is it if you come to Ontario it's from an Halifax location, do you get way more?
That's so funny.
Like we were just, I don't understand. Like I didn't even go to the gym before we weighed in, so it was.
You know what?
it was shocking to
Sometimes
me.
we can't explain it.
Yeah.
Just
No,
happens,
we cannot
right?
explain
Just
it.
all we can do is just follow the program
Yep. And just, it is what it is.
it is what it is, right?
So we flew home today, and we had Starbucks. And it was funny because we walked into the airport and there was a Starbucks, and I'm like, I don't think there's one past the gates.
And there was.
And there was. So it was, this is how much we wanted our Starbucks today. We almost said, if there's not one, we are going to bank a Starbucks
Visits.
Starbucks visit and
For
have
the,
one
for
here.
the GTA.
For the
Wow.
GTA.
I think you're allowed
We've
to do that.
already done that before, so
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
really, we're so glad that we didn't have to, I'll be honest with
we
you.
like keeping our rules as strict as possible, but we thought that that's banking it was like
Yeah.
it was like worth it. Like, we did our job this weekend, we were good.
And not only did we have Starbucks and meet people when we came to Halifax, but on our way home from Halifax, we met a slew of travel agents that worked for it was on the East Coast. It's
Marlin? No.
Meridian
Meridian
Travel, I think it
Oh,
is.
wow.
And they have their annual
We
conference.
met someone who actually recognized
Well,
us.
we were coming through security, and as we're coming, I'm about to grab my stuff. A lady turns around and goes, "I know you too. I follow you. I'm from New Brunswick. I'm Newfoundland. Yeah, I'm from Newfoundland. Yeah, so that was kind of
Those are
fun.
famous. Do you remember we were sitting in Niagara-on-the-Lake?
Yes.
On the main street,
Yes.
having our Starbucks one day, and this
That lady
woman
from
kept,
Oakville.
came
Yep.
up, she goes, I know you guys are the WWDs, I follow you.
Yeah, it's
So
so
it's like,
insane
wow.
guys that it happened.
And Susan, our drink here is a venti vanilla bean frappuccino with almond milk instead of regular milk because it's lower in points.
with whipped
But
cream.
with whipped cream and caramel and creme brulee
Drizzle.
like crunch.
You know what? You
It
save
was
points
yummy.
where you can.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah. But we don't have it often.
No.
It's part of our rule. That's why
It's
we
part of
have
our
it.
rule.
It's just the way we do it. So that's basically was our week.
We flew home today.
We flew home today. We
we-
met those people.
yeah.
We got home. We did groceries. We came here. We ate dinner, and then we've just been trying to get ready for the show.
Get ready for the show, and then Mel came over, and then now we can open the box.
Yes.
Yay!
Box. Did you say box?
Corn?
Corn?
Oh no! Before we open the box though,
Yes.
we did get a few things, which
Oh,
was
yes.
kind of cool. So at the event, they gave us some stretchy bars, which was
you can do
great.
exercises with.
They also gave us one of the WW phone holders. And then we
Wow.
had some cool WW pens, and these are really cool. Oh, actually, we'll talk about this first. They gave us
A charm.
A charm. It's
It's actually
Oh,
it's actually
nice.
made for the event.
I got when I was on the Tuscany trip,
Uh-huh.
I got a little charm from WW, and it was the actual outline of the country of Italy. So that they do these amazing.
yeah, it's a little
things.
keychain with
That's
an inukshuk on the back of it.
Oh,
Yeah, so it was
awesome.
really it was a really nice gift. And Debbie, the coach that did our workshop on Saturday, made us take cards out. She handed us all cards that said "You rock" on it, and she made us write ourselves a note about the weekend. And so Nick and I sealed ours. I don't even know whose is whose.
We'll figure it out.
And
Won't open
in
up.
2 weeks, when someone just asked,
Yes.
when do we start purple again? We start
Tomorrow
tomorrow.
morning.
In 2 weeks after we've done purple for the last 2 weeks, we're gonna open and read our cards. We said we
We'll
don't.
leave it on the live show.
We'll read it on a live show.
Do you guys remember WW Good? We did the 5K a couple
Yes.
weeks ago.
Yeah.
Do you remember writing postcards to yourself?
I do.
I got mine in the mail bag.
Oh, cool.
That was so, and you know what? You don't expect it.
Yeah.
And they made us write down, I think it was about what we want to achieve. There was how many days left in the year at the time. I think they said like 60-something days left in the year and what we want to achieve or anything. And we wrote down on that, and I just got it back in the mail. So I thought
Yeah.
that was really cool.
Something else I forgot to show. So we also got some gifts. So a coach named Anne. I think Yvette's the one who brought us the bag. So,
Yes.
So coach named Anne from the Nova Scotia actually gave us gifts with local items.
Local items.
from
So
Nova
she brought
Scotia.
us summer savory herbs.
That's my favorite. I bought that in Halifax
Yeah.
when I was there. Same brand and everything.
I don't remember
Seaweed.
what this is
It's
called, but
seaweed.
it's seaweed, and it's like you
You're
eat
supposed to
it.
eat it like that.
Well, guess what?
No,
I'm going to
I
give it a
can't.
try.
I'm gonna try it.
I'm
I
gonna
can't.
try it because I haven't tried it, and I was told I should try it.
This is really good.
I can't try it. The smell just can't. I can't.
Oh, this is weird.
I wonder if that's like from like the Bay of Fundy or something out there, like.
I don't know. It's salty.
Your face is saying, "Oh, you're trying to like forget."
I don't
You know
like
what?
it.
I like sushi and I like seaweed.
It's too seaweedy. I couldn't do it. I know I can't. I can smell it, and I just can't.
You know what? That would look really nice in a nice glass bowl as a decorative thing in your bathroom. And you can put some essential oils on it. There you go. It's talking about reusing
No.
things.
I would say
It's
this
like
though.
potpourri.
I will say this. I think I would like if I couldn't eat it just like that, but I think if I cut
Maybe
it
they
up
have
in a
suggestions
salad,
how you're supposed to eat it. We need to look it up.
if I cut it up in a
Something
salad,
Nah, I know.
I honestly think I could totally do it and cut up in a salad.
You would need a lot of salad dressing on that
Oh,
salad.
you're too funny. And then another thing that she also got us was some cat
Toys.
which is adorable.
Oh.
Little cat toys for Keikos and Seba.
And then we also got some spices.
Yeah.
So we got some the Halibut Spice Company, some Trade Wind Spice Blend.
Again, we don't ask for
Amazing.
gifts. We really don't
And we
want.
got this too, a little lobster hand towel.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
A Greenwood postcard.
And
And this was like,
that's it. Coach says she does watch our channel because she knows that we do this.
yes,
A Halifax Christmas, ornament.
Oh.
Nova Scotia, Nova Scotia
Yeah,
Christmas
Nova Scotia-
ornament,
Nova
which
Scotia-
is awesome. We are so excited.
Yeah.
This is
that's
the best. This was
amazing.
awesome. All of it was awesome. And then on top of that, a girl I worked with this week gave me a pickle ornament. Did you hear about the Christmas pickle? It's a
No.
pickle that you're supposed to put in your tree, and when the first person on Christmas morning who finds the pickle in the tree opens their gift. Yeah.
That's so
So,
cool.
Did you show them the
Yeah.
lobster?
Yeah, I
Excellent.
did.
Okay,
Okay,
can I show
so-
you guys
yes,
what I
yes.
got you? Okay, so while I was on the WW Tuscany trip, two things. They actually, every night in our room, they brought us, like, put gifts in our room, like snacks, WW snacks. And the unfortunate thing is they're from WW, they're from, like, the UK.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was like when we were on the cruise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they don't ship to Canada and they don't ship to the US,
No.
so if you ever go to the UK or
Buy
to
these.
anywhere in Europe, I found a WW workshop in Amsterdam, and it was the most beautiful workshop I've ever been to, and I met this amazing, amazing coach named Cynthia. Anyways, and I know that when you guys were on the cruise that you loved a lot of the snacks and you couldn't get them, so I brought you back
She
some
brought us
snacks,
snacks.
and I brought them back. They're
Shortbread.
The shortbread cookies.
shortbread cookies.
Oh my god, we ate those like crazy.
They were
Yeah.
crazy.
And the boxes got a little bit
That's okay.
in our suitcase, but these are chia and lime biscuits. They're
You would try those.
fantastic.
Have not
I'll be
tried
fine.
these.
These are sea salt and rosemary chickpea snacks.
It's funny when I see what they have at other products in other
Oh,
countries.
it's
Completely.
amazing. Veggie straws. Those
These are 2
very
points and these are
cool.
2 points.
These, I haven't tried these, but you
These
might
are
see
amazing.
They
them.
had them in our room.
They're
We
called
love them.
protein cheese crackers.
Yeah.
So
We wanted
that's
to try to
another
make,
really
if we
cool
could have
thing.
got these, make little mini appetizer pizzas on top of them.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
They're 2 points in the entire pack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then these are Belgian waffles,
I'm so excited
which
for
are
these
2
ones.
points per waffle, which is
That's
like
insane.
amazing.
So again, just to let you know, these are all products from Europe. So these
Yeah.
are not products that you can get in Canada or,
Or
the
US.
US. You can't even have them delivered
yeah,
unless you go to Europe and buy these products.
Yeah.
yeah.
And so thank you, Ann Hibbert. So that was the one who actually gave us all the gifts. The coach.
Oh,
gave us all
thank
the
you,
gifts.
and
So
thank you,
Yvette
thank
just
you,
told
thank
us.
you, thanks Yvette.
Yeah.
And Yvette, remember, send us an email. Send us an
Yes,
email.
yes,
Remember,
yes, yes.
We said we're gonna add stuff about your
Yeah,
sites and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
so
yeah,
send us
yeah,
an
yeah.
email.
And then the last gift that I got, well, actually, it's not even a gift for you. It's
Oh.
a gift for Saba and Kinkos,
Oh.
but it's kind of a gift
It is.
for you. It's actually a little fluffy ball.
I'm gonna take it
And
off
you
and
put
put it on my
it
phone
on
right
your
now.
cell phone, and it like makes movement, so your cats actually kind of
cute cat pictures.
They make really cute
Let's
cat
see how it
pictures.
comes out of the box here. Okay, there we go. You can keep talking.
Okay, well, the next thing is our tour restarting, so that's why we need you for that.
Yeah,
so that's why
I know.
let's do this after, maybe.
But look at this.
Oh, it's so cute!
You put this on your phone, like so, and then the cat is gonna play with it.
And then while the cat's going like this,
You can get
take
a
an
cute
amazing
picture. Like, watch, look at. Oh, I took a picture of Nick. I took a picture of Nick. Maybe Nick and I will play with it instead.
Thank you, Melanie.
Thank you so much.
I'm
You're
excited.
super.
I want those cookies, like, as soon as we could say cut on this. I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
those cookies.
Cut.
Or the loaf.
Both.
Or the both.
I'm gonna come give you a hug.
Aw,
That's so sweet of you. Thank you so much. Again, please do no one feel like we expect people to bring us gifts.
Yes.
That's like it's crazy. It's so insane. We greatly appreciate it. We absolutely do. It means the world to us. But you know, just having your friendship and having your support and
Yeah.
us being a group of people that care for each other, that is the biggest gift we can ask for.
So the next thing I want to talk about is our tour restarting. So we received, remember, if you guys want us to, I'm actually about to start making the tour this week. I'm about to start picking locations. So if you want us to call in virtually to your location, your workshop, or visit in person, please send us an email at www.gays@gmail.com with your coach, your location, name, your day of your workshop, and the time. And please send it to us as soon as possible because I'm building the tour. So if you guys send it too late, I won't be able to make it part of our tour. So please send those entries. And we actually got 3 entries this week. So the first one I'll talk about is from Carol for Lindsay, Ontario. And they've actually been requesting us for a while. So yes, we will for sure
You
have
will
them.
definitely be on that
Yeah.
list. Yeah.
And then also we got a request from Megan and Barbara for Brantford and Simcoe. So Brantford will be easy, but Simcoe we'll have to figure out a little bit because I think they're on a weekday.
A weekday, yeah,
so
it's
we'll
on
have to figure
Wednesday,
out-
if I'm
Yeah,
not
so let's
mistaken.
figure out how to do that one, but we'll see what we can do.
And then we also got another one, and we were actually given carte blanche to show
Share
this
this
one.
video.
Because this one really, don't get it. We should
got-
ask. If,
Yeah, I think we
if
couldn't
the-
download. We couldn't download. them.
yeah, that's,
That's the
right.
problem.
That's some of them we weren't able to download.
Well, the 2 of them. So
Yeah.
Standard D's we couldn't download because
Yeah,
it was on
it was on
Facebook.
and it doesn't allow us to download it. And then somebody else,
it
the
was
other group,
it was
the,
Milton.
yeah, Milton's group was
Well,
it was on our Facebook Messenger. We can't download.
Yeah,
either.
we can't download it either.
That's
So
the
if you
problem.
guys would like us to share those, send it to us personally via text message or
Or
via
put it in
email
Google Docs and share.
or
it.
Google Docs.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Stoville
Yes.
has shared this. Has allowed us to share this. Is the volume going to be on this?
It should
usually?
be.
Okay, let me make sure it's on my phone. Okay, I got volume there. So
Let's
this
click
is the video.
Let's click this.
They want to start over?
Yeah, start it over there.
Okay.
So we still can't believe we got this. When we got this video, we actually kind of cried a little bit because we didn't think we.
Amazing.
Congratulations, Nick and Jean-Luc! You are the first team to arrive! You are the winners of the Amazing Race Canada, and we are the winners of you at WW Stoville. Please choose us!
Awesome.
Like absolutely incredible.
And Lori was right there.
Incredible.
So bring it back to where you're supposed to be, everyone.
So honestly, like how awesome is that? What a cool video. We love that.
We actually cried when we saw that. We got it
The
during
fact-
the event. So that day was full of love, and we got this, and it was just, it was.
That's amazing.
It was amazing, and of course Stouffville will be a tour stop. They've asked us for months to go.
because
There's
we've
a few-
never really gotten a tour stop
No.
there.
Well, there's a few locations, Stratford. There's a lot of locations that have been reaching out to us for a long time. We've just never been able to go. So we know they've been waiting for some of them for a year for us to go. So
Amazing.
Stouffville's one of them. So we're gonna definitely be adding you guys to our tours. Thank you so much for the video.
That's great.
So again, if you guys want us to come to visit you in person or virtually, send us an email. I said it earlier. And this Sundays Collaborative is this. They did an amazing job. That's why we're going for sure. But you can just send us an email and say where you want us to go visit.
Yeah. Our next thing too is we go to purple tomorrow.
Yes,
We are now on
wow.
purple. We're now on purple as of tomorrow.
And it'll actually tie into our challenge this week, so I guess I'll just bring that up.
Yeah, for sure.
So our challenge this week, so remember, our challenge was mind, body, and soul. So 2 weeks ago we did mind with the Y's. This week was body with...
Love all the body posts this
Yes.
week, meaning all the people that are posting their extra activity.
Yeah,
Even
their
if you
extra
only did
50
it
minutes.
once, that's all that matters. You
Yeah.
did it once. Now challenge yourself and set yourself a goal to maybe do it twice next
Yeah.
time, you know?
So this week's challenge is soul. So soul food. So we are encouraging everyone this week to share your meals. So we are actually going to be posting this week our breakfast, lunch, and dinners every day, Monday to Friday, and we encourage you guys to share as well. And the reason we're doing this is because it's all about the soul. Food is part of this journey.
Feeding your soul,
Yeah.
and not only feeding, because you really do have to feed your soul with positivity, but you actually have to feed your soul with food.
Yeah.
So making sure that you're being accountable for the food that you're eating, and actually sometimes posting it makes you even more accountable because other people are watching you post.
So somebody asked if we have extra WW books. Send us an email. We might still have some extra ones. We haven't been able to mail them yet because we've been really busy, and this week probably won't be able to either. It's very busy for us right now with Christmas. We're actually going to...
Because next weekend is our Christmas with the family, with Nick's family up in Sudbury. So
Yeah.
we're up in Sudbury next weekend. So we might as well say this right now
Yes.
too, is we will be attending the 8:30 a.m. Sudbury workshop next weekend. We are not presenting. We are only going to be sitting in on
Thanks,
the
Susan.
workshop.
Then if I have your name, it's already on the list. I just haven't been able to mail them out yet.
Yeah. So we will be at the 8:30 a.m. meeting on Saturday just to attend the workshop, weigh in,
Yeah.
and do our regular business, and that's perfect. And then we're going to go celebrate Christmas with our niece and nephew.
Yeah, we're doing
Aw,
Christmas.
And mother-in-law and sister, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
And then we're going to this. We are going to the parade. The
Mark's Day.
the Mark's Day. That is hilarious. Oh my goodness! If we're going to Mark's Day, we're going to see my grandparents' house.
Well, they're not going to see your house. The parade's not your grandparents' house.
We're gonna drive by my
Yes,
grandparents'
yes,
house to go
yes.
see that my parents.
I like
That's where my mom was born and raised there, so I want to
that's
drive by the
so
house.
nice.
I really want to drive by the house. That would be a cool thing. I
That's
haven't been there in
awesome.
years.
Shout outs.
Ooh, yay! Shout out.
You can do them, honey. You
Shout out! Okay, so the first shout out we wanted to give to is Christine M. She shed 50 pounds as she hit her 50 pounds. Woo, woo, woo!
Yay.
Awesome. And we want to welcome Liz M, who wants to shed 100 pounds.
Yeah,
So
she
again,
just joined our group.
she just joined our group. So Liz,
Amazing.
we're going to tell you this. Start small.
Yeah.
The 100 pounds is a great achievable goal, but make small achievable goals to
Yes.
start with.
Yes.
Okay?
Smart goals.
Smart
Yeah.
goals, exactly. Smart goals. Face-to-face Friday. We'd like to thank Betty B for sharing her Face-to-face Friday. I think she's someone that doesn't share, like she won't share pictures. She
Yeah.
hasn't shared pictures often, so
Wow.
to actually start sharing pictures is awesome. We love when people start doing that.
Yeah.
This next person you all know very well, and I have to give her kudos because I was just gonna tell her to do this, and she did it herself without even me doing
Yeah.
it. Sandy Smart has been struggling quite a bit for
She
a
sent us a
bit.
message over the weekend. We've not been able to respond back. We sent her like a few like hearts and kisses, and just to say that we support her. We love her. We want to make sure she succeeds. She's helping. Like she's in a bit better place.
Yeah, she's having and
But
she posted on Facebook. First of all, she posted a picture, just words saying, "I really need some help. I'm struggling." And then 5 minutes later, she posted a picture of herself, and she's like, "I'm doing what Jean-Luc and Nick always say to do: ask for help when you need it."
Absolutely.
And the
Look
fact
at
that
your-
you did
yeah.
that, Sandy, you already just
Yeah.
proven to yourself that you can do this. And what I'm now going to challenge you to do is go to a workshop.
Yes.
You said it. You haven't been in a while. I think it's time that you need to go
That's
to a
your goal
workshop.
this week.
Yeah.
That's your small.
That's your
smart,
small
achievable
goal. Attend a workshop. I'm not saying you need to go weigh in.
Just go
Just
to
go
a
to a
workshop.
workshop.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be your regular workshop. It could be absolutely any workshop. Because
Yeah.
sometimes when you go to a different workshop, you meet new people and you get a new perspective
She
on
said,
things.
yes, I will.
Thank you, Sandy. I knew she was there. I knew you were watching.
Yeah.
The next person I want to reach out to is Sandra D. Sandra D had a question earlier today. She posted a video asking about, your video to me, Sandra, I completely understand your frustration because you've been on, if I'm not mistaken, you've been on green and you're worried about green and it hasn't been working and purple's a little too much and you're like, should I go back to, no, she's on blue.
Okay.
She's on blue. And she still lost like 1.8 pounds, I think it was this week, which is phenomenal.
Amazing, yeah.
Yeah.
But she was a little disappointed because she felt like she had done better, although she did admit to eating half of a pizza the other day, which happens, we all have our moments,
Yeah.
but you still
Lost
are
weight.
down
And
1.8.
that's why you can't go down yourself for losing
Yeah.
that weight.
You know what? Even if she was down 0.2,
Exactly.
it's down.
It's down.
It's going in the
Even
right
if it's
direction.
down 0,
Oh my God.
You're still staying the same
Exactly.
weight.
And so
Absolutely.
Sandra D,
Be
don't-
proud of that. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
And she asked as well, like, when do you change programs if you don't think that program's good for you? So this is my personal opinion. If you said, today's Monday, so tomorrow, to us, we go purple tomorrow. As soon as I wake up tomorrow, I am purple for the next 2 weeks. I have no choice but to stay with purple because that's what I decided to do. So to me, because my Mondays is my restart of every week,
Right.
that's when I would rechange my next program. So I would have to wait 2 weeks before I could change that program again. Because if you keep going, well, I didn't like green today, I'm gonna do purple tomorrow. And then, oh, well, I don't like
Yeah.
purple today, I'm
It's
gonna
not
go
gonna
blue.
work.
You're not giving your 2 weeks like
Yeah.
you're
Right.
supposed to.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind, okay, Sandy D?
Yeah. So then, oh, you have 2 more.
Yeah, I have 2 more. The next one I want to give a shout out to Renee L from Montreal, from Quebec,
Our former real
our
estate
former
agent.
real estate agent, because she went shopping over the, I think it was in the last couple of the days, and she went to buy a pair of jeans, and she didn't have to buy the 18s or the 16s or the 14s.
Wow.
She bought her size a 12. And
Amazing.
she is super proud of that, and
We're very proud of that.
completely proud
Amazing.
of you. Completely proud of you. So
Keep going. It's amazing. Like,
you are awesome, Renee.
Awesome.
And then the last one here, the last one that I want to give a shout out is Gina R. She's down 1.8 pounds this week, which is again phenomenal.
Amazing.
So many wins, so many
Yeah.
wins.
Yeah.
so next week's videos, tomorrow we're releasing our 0-point cream cheese recipe that we did. So hopefully you guys like that tomorrow. So that's gonna go live tomorrow night. On Friday, there's gonna be another favorite things about turkey, butterball turkey pepperoni, which we love. And then next week's Saturday live chat will be a fireside chat.
Misty's down
Woo!
4 pounds.
Go,
You go,
Misty!
Misty!
Amazing.
That's
Wow.
awesome. Keep going, guys. It's
I'm
must see.
hearing such amazing, amazing results.
Yeah.
from
Because
every
every plan. That's it. They're plans.
Yeah.
It's the whole thing is a program, and every color is a plan.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I knew that
So
was the
can I
term.
share?
Yes.
I just came back,
Please,
like I
please,
said,
please.
from being in Europe, and I decided that I was gonna go green. And my reasoning, I just felt that I needed a little bit more structure, and I didn't wanna have as much freedom as purple and blue would give me, and I'm down 2.8 pounds this week.
Yay!
Amazing on green. So I have one more week on green. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
You're
I'd
gonna
love
stick
to
to it,
try
or-
purple because I haven't tried purple.
Yeah.
Um,
And that's why we're trying it again because
Yeah,
we
but
want to make
if,
sure.
if it's not, I say if it's not broken, don't fix it. But again, they're all the same plan,
it's just
and
you
it's
do it
just
differently.
doing it differently.
Yeah.
So you know what? Sometimes I think it's good to change it up a little bit too, right?
Some of the
Terry
challenge.
lost 5.2 this week.
My good, yes, that's insane.
Amazing.
Terry lost 3.5.
That's amazing.
Tracy lost
everyone.
3.5. It really goes to show you that when you work the program
program
works. Right?
Absolutely, yeah.
And so did I say next Saturday we have a fireside chat?
We do, I don't know if you mentioned that, but we do have a fireside chat next Saturday because we will be coming back from
We
separate
won't have time to
night,
prepare a
so
show,
we
so we're
won't
just gonna
have
chat
time.
with you guys
Yeah, We're
again.
just gonna do a chit chat.
I hope you guys are okay with that, with doing a fireside chat with us.
So Mel, we want to thank you for coming out and spending your Sunday evening with us.
Pleasure. It was
Thanks
so
for
much fun.
your ideas and your thoughts on certain things and sharing. Well, actually, you didn't even get to share your story and how
Yeah, she did a bit at the beginning, like you talked about being a coach and.
Yeah,
but-
I mean, I don't really have a story. I mean, my story is kind of boring, I guess. It's
But it's
just
not
never
boring.
boring.
no,
It's
it's
never
never
boring.
boring. But I mean,
We think you're
I
actually very
think-
interesting, so like, don't say you're boring.
She
Like,
travels a
a
lot.
lot, and we're jealous of how much she travels because she loves to travel. We love to travel. That's why we kind of get along
Yeah.
so
We
well.
get
As we,
along so well.
yeah,
I know,
yeah.
we do.
We just have we're kindred
Yeah.
kindred spirits.
Yeah.
I think
I
it
think
is.
so.
Yeah,
I
completely.
think so. Yeah.
So
No, I was just gonna say, like for me, I mean, traveling is not easy when you're trying to
have a certain lifestyle.
have a certain lifestyle in terms of eating relatively healthy, and I think the big thing for me is when I travel, knowing what I'm gonna do when I get back.
Yeah.
Knowing that it's okay to go a little bit off the program, it's okay to indulge, it's okay to do all these things because I know what I'm gonna do when I get back.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think
And
that's
knowing
just,
is half the battle.
exactly, right? And knowing that the day I get back, the first thing I do is I go to a workshop, I reset myself, I get back into control, and it's, you know, that's just the
That's
way it
the
works
way it
for
works.
me. Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, everybody, that was Sunday for the live fireside
Yes, not
chat.
Saturday.
Sunday. I just
Sunday.
realized that was wrong. It's
Okay,
Sunday.
Sunday.
Everybody was
Yes.
asking, and I realized no, it's Sunday. Sunday at 8 p.m. regular time.
Yes.
We're not changing
Yes.
the date.
No,
Sorry.
Saturday at that time we will be
Having
helping.
Christmas dinner.
Yeah, having Christmas dinner.
Oh, eggnog.
Yes.
No eggnog.
eggnog.
No eggnog?
We're not eggnog people.
No,
We
no.
can't
What
do
is
it.
eggnog, by the way?
It's egg. I don't know. It's
Egg.
egg.
What's
Egg and
nog?
nog.
Egg and cream.
What's nog?
I don't know what's nog.
I don't
even
know what
What is
nog
eggnog?
So thanks for joining us, everyone.
Sorry we kept you 15
Yeah,
minutes
we've been running
past
a little
schedule.
late tonight, but that's okay. We had a lot to talk about.
Yes.
Lots has happened.
Lots.
We want to make sure to fill you guys in. If you guys like this episode, please like below. You guys don't understand, the likes help us out a lot. So if you enjoyed watching us today and you've been watching this entire time, please hit the like button and comment below. You can follow us by hitting subscribe. Please share our videos, share other people recipes. If you guys want to follow us, you can use hashtag WDAs to find us on all social media. And where else can they find us, honey?
They can find us on our website at www.days.com, and they can also find us live every
Pinterest.
Sunday.
Live every Sunday.
Live every Sunday at 8 p.m. And I was just looking at Jen's, she goes, have you guys ever become in pain after losing a lot of weight? I have lost 80 pounds and my back, knees, hips, and shoulders hurt now. Joint pain I've never had before.
I bet you I can answer that. I think. Because when you have 80 pounds on you, your body works in a different way.
Completely.
And then when you lose the weight, like all of a sudden, like let's say
Your body has to learn
your
how
body
to
has
adjust.
to readjust. So you're working muscles that haven't been worked in a long time.
Yeah.
You're working joints that haven't been moved or certain ways in a long time. And until your body adjusts to that, I think that's what the pain is coming from.
I can agree with that as well.
Or
How-
it could also be arthritis too, though. So that's another thing too. Like, I would get a check. Just
I
to
would
make
just,
sure.
yeah,
For sure,
always,
yeah.
always,
Yeah.
always talk
We're
to
not-
your
yeah.
doctors
But I
as well.
agree with
But
that
I
too,
totally agree with the
because
fact that,
we felt the
Yeah.
same way.
like,
I mean, even like feelings that we never felt before. Like I've
Yeah.
never felt. I know this is weird to say, but I never felt a breeze between my legs in my life. Because my legs were so
do you
big.
remember what I? Yeah,
Yes.
same here.
Like, my legs were so big that they were always touching. So one time sitting down and I feel a breeze, I'm like,
What is
what
that?
is that?
I remember I said that to
Yeah,
you the
so
one
we were in
time.
another place. and
Yes,
breeze-
I was like, woo!
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
It was really
That's
weird.
really
Yeah,
fun.
so,
really
so
weird.
things you notice that, especially when you're a really bigger person before, you lose a lot of
Yeah.
weight, there's a lot of things you notice that are
Yeah.
different than from before.
But again, Jen, if it's something that concerns you, I would always talk to
Definitely
your
check it,
doctors.
yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
something that you should always talk to your doctors about. Because again, we are not doctors, so
Yeah,
we don't
yeah.
want to tell you, oh, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
They just play them on TV.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we just play
yeah.
them on TV.
Hi, I'm Dr. Nick Riviera. Hi, Dr. Nick. He doesn't understand that. He doesn't watch The Simpsons. So.
No, I never have.
Lots
All I
of fun,
remember,
yeah.
all I know is SMRT.
Yes.
SMRT.
Yeah,
I
that's
am so smart.
I am so smart.
SMRT. SMRT.
That's all I know.
That's
all I know.
I sing it to him all the time.
That's so funny.
Shannon's howling, supposedly. Not supposedly, she actually is.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Have a great
Bye,
night.
See you guys next
everyone.
Sunday.
Bye.
Bye.
Do, do, do.
The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing between Nick's legs.
It's not stopped yet. What are you saying?